Hey everyone, hello. I'm here to share some of the practices that have been really helpful to me on a daily basis. Um, I've I've been wanting to share about this for a long time, but finally got the finally got the courage to do so. So, first off, one thing that has always helped me, and I've also talked about it, it's called Ho'oponopono. So, for those who don't know about this practice, who are new to this, Ho'oponopono is essentially about mending relationships. It's a Hawaiian practice. It originates from Hawaii, and the main purpose of it has always been to mend relationships. And how is that? How does that work? So let me take you through that. It's about four lines, four statements that you repeat. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Four statements. The order doesn't matter, it's completely up to you. You can do it however you want it to. So, I'll take you through how I personally experienced this practice. I think in 2018 or 19, I'm not sure, 2000 something, a few years back, I came across this practice and I thought, let's give it a try, let's experiment. So, without letting the people know, I made a list of 5 6 people, 5 6 friends, and people who I work with. I made a list and I committed to practice Ho'oponopono for each one of them for at least a month, 31 days. I started, I took out a picture of each one, and every day I would set a timer, sometimes like 1 minute, sometimes 5 minutes, depending on my mood. And I would just take the picture of the person in front of me and I would just keep on repeating, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. That's it. Initially, it just felt like, okay, I'm just doing it for the sake of it. But eventually, just something started working, something started feeling different. There, amongst those 5 6 people, there were few people with whom I could just not communicate before. Some people you come across, there's no reason, there's no rhyme or reason for this happening, but there's a block. You feel like you're talking to the person, but you're just not being able to get through, or you're not being able to understand what the other person is saying. There's a block. In this list there were also few people who I just wouldn't get along. Then there were one or two people with whom I would never interacted before. They were in the team, but like one on one never happened, or we were never that close to have a conversation with together. And suddenly, like I think by mid of the month, after say 10 15 days, things started to get better. My communications with each one of them started to become more smooth, would flow easily. We would get each other, and we would not just like pounce on each other for the sake of it. So I continued, and by the end of the month, I could literally my relationship with each one of them improved so much. Like there were no I was being able to be patient with people, I was being able to be compassionate with them. We would get each other, and then it just took me by it interested me a lot. And since it was successful, I studied a little bit more about this. What I understood out of it is, a lot of times we have so many thoughts and feelings and conditionings and beliefs and judgments clouding our communication channels energetically, that we aren't able to be completely or see the genuineness of the other person. And it's the same for us as well. we have we Our thoughts are clouded with so many things uh, that we experience each day, whether it's been since we were kids, or whether it's like things that have been told to us when we were adults. There are so many things about us that we end up believing, that it becomes complicated to have a clean, genuine conversation or a relationship. Sometimes we just end up hating a person without even knowing why. You just meet a person and you're like, I can't bear this person. But why? Right? Even if there is no reason, there are these judgments that play. So in my experience, what Ho'oponopono does is, by repeating these 4 statements: I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, you are accepting the reality, humbling down, clearing all the judgments, and filling it with love. Okay, let me break it down. When I say I'm sorry, what it does, it breaks the ego. It breaks my ego. I am no more coming from ego. I'm genuinely sorry. I'm genuinely asking for forgiveness. The more I do it, the more I become grounded. I may be using the wrong terms, but this is how I feel. The more it's not about putting someone down, or it's not about self-esteem. So because you're not going ahead and saying this to someone on their face, this is a practice that you do alone in your own time. So when you're saying just energetically, I am sorry, please forgive me, you imagine the energy that you're putting into those words, the feeling that comes with that. It really humbles you down. So when I say that, and then I just move on to say thank you, you're bringing in gratitude. Because whoever it is, whatever it is, or whatever experience you go through, there's always a reason. Whatever happens, I believe this, whatever happens, it happens for the best. There's a learning in every experience, be it good or bad. It could be anything. But there's a learning, and you're grateful for that experience to come your way. Sometimes you might not understand what or why things are happening to you. But simply to have gratitude for the people that come into your life and bring the gifts that are required for you at that point, clears up a lot of misunderstandings and judgments right there. And then sealing it with I love you is just filling the whole space with compassion, with love. And love can be unconditional, right? You don't need reason. You just fill that space with love. That relationship, you just heal it by first apologizing. Because whatever happens, it's not about right or wrong, or who was right or wrong. It's just that at any moment, if at all, I had a thought or a feeling or a charge or a trigger that was clouded by judgment, conditioning, etc., I'm sorry for that. So just by saying this as a practice in my own time, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Just these 4 statements every day. Initially, I started this as a way to heal relationships with people, with specific people. So if I would have like a argument, or I would have like this very disturbed or problematic relationship with someone, or like we just can't get along, I would do this practice on my own for that specific person. Then I realized that I don't need to wait like, now things are not working out with someone, so I need to do this with this person. I realized I can make this my daily practice without any person in general, like no specific person. In general, I can just put that intention out. And in the process, I can heal my own self, because talking to your own self is also important. Forgiving your own self is also important. And accepting and loving your own self and thanking yourself for being who you are is also important. And the more I did it, the more I did it daily as a commitment, the more I would feel like something is getting healed, something is getting better. Because if I heal, I can show up as more of me for the other person, for the world, and the world can reflect back the same amount of genuineness, with the same amount of love. And it's worked wonders for me. That's all I can say. You can study about it, you can Google it. It's HO'Opono It's a funny word. uh, Google it, Ho'oponopono. Check it out, try it yourself, and let me know how it goes for you. Four sentences, 4 statements. Just take out 5 minutes or even 1 minute a day and just repeat those sentences in your own time, in your own mind. One is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. That's all for today. I'll come back. I want to share more of the daily practices that I've been doing and has been helpful to me. I'll share that with you soon. Bye-bye.